Hey, I'm Star, for those of you guys who don't know me. Real quick, for a while now I've been thinking about doing YouTube videos, vlogging, whatever you want to call it. I'm the one out of my group of friends who, when stuff going on, current events, things like that, I'm the one that they call, to see what's going on, to get the 411 or whatever you want to call it. So I figure, why not do it? I mean, it's something that I'm interested in. It's something that I do daily, like just reading different things, watching different videos, just seeing different things to keep up with what's going on around me. So, like as of now, I'm using my little laptop webcam, things like that. But if I do like doing this or whatever, then I do plan on getting, equipment, things like that. Anyhow, what I want to talk about today. A couple of things. I'm going to try not to have this long and drawn out, but I'm going to say what I got to say. And before that, to all my friends, I would love it if you guys support me, watch my videos. Be honest. If you don't like it, okay, you don't like it. You don't have to like anything. We don't have to have the same opinions, anything. What I'm not going to do is Facebook box, go backward and forward or whatever. We can talk about it, but I'm not going to be ignorant with you, okay? All right. Also, I want to shout out the Ghetto View. Before I actually got ready to record and stuff, I reached out to her because she's somebody that I do watch, and I kind of asked her for some pointers, and she did that, and I really appreciate it. Okay, first thing up. This lady who is abusing this 19-day-old baby. So, from what I gathered, because I tried to avoid the video. I hate seeing kids get hurt, abused. I hate seeing anybody get hurt, especially children though, because they innocent. They don't choose to be here. And especially that baby ain't did nothing to nobody. Okay? So, there's this video, there's this lady. It's a little bitty baby, and when the video starts, she's slinging the baby across the floor. She has another little girl, which I think is her daughter, sitting in her lap. She's screaming and hollering, and her boyfriend, baby daddy, I don't know who the guy was, but I think he was the father of the baby. He's recording this. When I say this lady lost her mind, she lost her mind. There is no reason for her to have done this to this baby. But I have also seen that this lady is battling different mental illness issues. So, okay, like I said before, little bitty baby, the little girl in the lady's lap, she's trying to help the baby. The mom won't let her, and she's steady slinging and hollering. This guy is recording this, saying, "Oh, you done it now. Oh yeah, you gone, you finished. Woo woo, womp 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 womp." But at the same time, he is not putting down the camera and picking up this baby, which makes me feel like, okay, he needs to go to jail too. You know what I'm saying? Like, she needs to get checked out, because who knows what it can be, postpartum or anything. She needs to get checked out. And then this man needs to have some kind of something done. I'm not down with calling the police on people, things like that. I've been to jail, and I don't wish that on my worst enemy. But the job of police is to protect and serve, and that man should have called the police on that lady to get help in that situation after he grabbed the baby off the floor and attempted to get that little girl out of her lap. That's just my personal opinion. So I've seen different things or whatever. I saw the grandmother of the baby, the lady's mother, on some news thing saying, you know, the lady is mentally ill. She hadn't been taking her medication since she got pregnant because she didn't want to hurt the baby. And it's not the daughter that she knows. All of this and all of that. Well, grandma, since you're on the news telling these people this, it just makes me wonder, were you not checking on your daughter and grandchild? You know, my mom, she calls, she texts, you know what I'm saying? She wants to know what's going on with her grandchild. And if she lived in the same state or city as me, she would be, you know, knocking on my door, hey, what's going on? You all right? Especially knowing that this lady has not been on her medication. Okay? Let's rewind a little bit. Now, to be a little personal, and why, one of the reasons why this stuff bothers me. Now, I have a daughter. She's 8 years old. Well, she'll be 8 in 2 days or a couple of days. And after I had her, I had issues with postpartum to the point where I had to go see my doctor and I had to be put on medication. It happens, okay? Like, stuff like that happens. People, you know, don't really talk about it much, but it does happen. It can happen to black people, white people, yellow people, orange people, green people. It happens, okay? So I just don't understand why this grandmother, knowing this, wasn't a little bit more hands-on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the situation, so I can't really badmouth them like that because I don't know. I don't know if she not had a car. I don't know, you know, if her and her daughter were not talking. I don't know the situation. But from one of the little news things that I did see, I saw the grandmother pulling up to the house, and I think it was the mother and the grandmother and the mother pulling up to the house, like they wouldn't talk to the news people or whatever. So I mean, like, okay, you had a car, and it wasn't like she was old, like can't move around, old, anything like that. So I just, it just really baffles me as to why she wasn't there for her daughter or whatever. Then we go to the man that's recording the stuff. Now, he claimed that he didn't want to take the baby or do anything. He wanted to record to have proof, and he didn't want to take the baby because he didn't want her to call the police, because he didn't want to go to jail, all this, all of that. The neighbors had told him that this stuff was going on since earlier in that day, and all of that. They say that he kicked in the door to get in the house, you know, to see what was going on. Okay, all of that is good and fine, but did it take a whole 30 minutes of recording for you to be able to prove that that baby was being abused? No, it didn't. No. The first, like, soon as the video come on, the lady is rolling the baby. Like, telling the little girl to kick the baby and all of that. Man, bump that. I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to go to jail. If she would have called the police, woo, woo, yeah, that's a risk I would have had to take. Because, nah, you're not about to be rolling my baby. I would have cut that camera off and kicked her behind. Mentally ill or not. Like, let me try to knock some sense into you, lady, because you doing too much. Too much. But, you know, that's just me. You know. So the whole situation is horrible. I hope that that lady gets the help that she needs. From what I saw, the baby is in the custody of the grandmother or whatever. I just hope that this lady gets help because she really needs it. You know, and I hope that they have some kind of something set up to where, you know, I don't think if she's mentally ill, you know, I don't think that they should completely take her kids away from her, but there should be some kind of plan or some kind of something, like requirements, like she has to stay on her meds, you know, she has to check in with somebody, something in place to protect those kids, because, you know, that's crazy. Even for the little girl, you know, she looked like she may be 5 or 6 or something like that, but that had to be like traumatic for her to sit there and she like, I don't want to kick the baby, and she's trying to grab the baby, the mom grabbing her and by the head, and no. And if y'all haven't seen that video, you guys need to see it. It's very graphic and it's sad, but you know. So the next thing that I want to talk about, what happened to Sandy? I'm sure you guys have heard of this, heard about the situation. The lady was from like the Naperville, Chicago area. Finally got her dream job in Texas, was down there. She said that the police were, like from the video, I guess the police were behind her and they were kind of like going, you know, they was riding up on her. So, you know, they didn't cut on their lights at first. So I'm assuming that the lady was trying to get out his way. But he said he pulled her over because he said she did not use a turn signal. Okay. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to say, I don't want to say too much because, you know, I want to wait to see what happens. You know, I mean, this is still kind of new. I want to see what happens as far as the autopsy and, you know, different things like that, you know, before I really say too much. So, but as of now, from what I saw and what I've been reading and things like that, he pulled her over and he said he was going to give her a warning. I don't know what pissed him off. I guess he asked her to put out her cigarette. And she was like, I'm in my car. Why I got to put out my cigarette? And, you know, it just went from there. The man got her out. She was epileptic. You can't really see because he gets her out the car. First of all, when he opened up the door, I guess he had a taser or something. Because he like, I'll light you up or whatever. So I don't know how, if he yanked her out or if she went on ahead and got out. I don't know. And then another thing I'm trying to figure out is who is this lady officer who's in the background? Well, if you wasn't resisting arrest or whatever, I think she deserves to get slapped too. But anyhow, you hear the tussling and stuff going on or whatever. You hear the lady like, all this for a turn signal. You slam me on my head. You know, I have epilepsy. The officer like, good. You know, she's like, wait, you gonna break my wrist. You gonna break my wrist or whatever. And you hear her crying and all of that, but you can't really see. And you can see that she noticed somebody recording and she thanked them for recording it and all of that. The lady went to jail. And they said that they found her hanging by a trash bag or something in her jail cell. Sad situation. Very sad situation. Like I said, I wasn't there. So I don't know the details. You know, past couple of days, things have come out like the lady was depressed. So, you know, she did commit suicide. A lot of stuff. Right now, I don't know. I don't know what I believe as far as the suicide goes. But what I do know is that I feel some kind of way because, okay, maybe the lady did, maybe Sandra did commit suicide, which I really don't see it because, like, looking at other videos and stuff, I don't see it. But, I just really don't, I really don't see it. But like I said, I was not in that cell. Like they had calls or whatever that she placed her family saying, you know, her bond was this much and all of that. And they want to use the fact that in previous Instagram or YouTube videos that she said she was depressed and things like that. So, oh yeah, she's depressed. So she killed herself. But this is the thing. I've been in jail before. you know. And when you're in there, when you go in there, they have you fill out papers, or they ask you questions like, are you suicidal? Have you been suicidal? What's your mental history? Contact in case of an emergency, things like that. Also, the jails that I have been to, they walk around consistently, you know, checking on the inmates, make sure nobody is fighting, making sure people are okay, because even though they are in jail, they are still people. Okay? So, I just really don't understand, because if they asked her those questions and stuff, which I don't know if they did or if they didn't, then they should have known, and they should have been keeping a better eye on her. But, you know, I don't know if they asked those questions. I don't know if they asked and she did not answer them correctly. I do not know. But then if we rewind, yeah, she said that she was depressed and stuff, but that depressed that she wanted to kill herself? I mean, she had so much going on. Like, you know, she just got this job, just moved to a new place, things like that. So here we go. I'm gonna link this to me. You know, like I've said, I've had issues with depression, things like that. I've too been in jail also, but that's not no place that I would want to die. If I was going to commit suicide, I am not about to do it there. And I just can't wrap my mind around the whole thing. Like, I'm waiting for more stuff to come out. You know, it's just a very sad situation. And I kind of think that, you know, if she wasn't there, none of this couldn't have happened. Who goes to jail for a turn signal? They said that she kicked the officer or something like that. I'm not sure. Like I said, that's why I say, like, I really don't want to speak on it. But he should have never pulled her out the car when she said she wasn't going to put out her cigarette. Like, it wasn't no blunt. It wasn't no weed or anything. And then that's another thing. They thought, oh, she had weed in her system and all of that. Like, that made her kill herself. Like, come on now. So all the stuff is like foolishness. I don't believe it. And I hope, you know, I hope we really figure out what happened to her. You know, not even just for the world, but for her family. Like, come on now. Like, she had all this going for her. Like, things are going, and now this lady is dead. You know? Another thing on this situation. The mugshot. Now, I've read and I've seen little stuff where people are saying, you know, she was dead when she got the mugshot. You know, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I pray and hope that those people were not that crazy to sit up and kill that lady and then take her mugshot. Like, who could even do that? Like, who would be bold enough to position this lady's body, dead body, for a mugshot? So, I mean, I hope that's not what happened either. And like I said, yeah, the lady said she was depressed, but was she that depressed? You know? Like, she had so much going for her. Like, I just can't wrap my mind around it. I just can't. Can't do it. But, you know, my prayers go out to the family. And like I said, I hope we really find out what happens. I hope this is something that does not just get swept under the rug. I hate that everything now is turned into a white or a black thing. I would still feel the same way if this was a white person or a Latino person. Like, what is going on? These police are doing entirely too much, to the point where it's like, dang, I hope I don't get pulled over. Shoot, I'm scared to get pulled over. Like, come on now. I don't know how these people gonna act. You know, is he gonna have a bad day? You know, I mean, I smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna get, you know, beat up because I'm smoking a cigarette in my car. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just think, you know, everybody needs to stay prayed up because, you know, this world nowadays, I don't know. It's insane. Okay, so let's go to something lighter. You know, I'm all serious and all, you know, it's just crazy. Anyhow, now let's get on these celebrities, okay? This Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, Taylor Swift, Drake. Now y'all just showing out now. Y'all doing too much. So from what I gather on this stuff, let's start with the Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift stuff. So Nicki Minaj made a tweet about, you know, her not getting the video of the year nomination for her Anaconda video. Not sure exactly what she said or whatever, but from what I've seen, I think that she was making a general statement. Now, yeah, it was probably a little shady. Yeah, you know, y'all know she be shady. Y'all know she be shady. But, you know, Taylor said what she had to say or whatever. Personally, I was thinking, like, I don't even know why the little girl said something. I wouldn't say nothing if I was Taylor Swift. Like, oh, okay, Nicki and her feelings, tweeting or whatever. She ain't say my name, so I ain't gonna worry about her. You know, let me figure out what dress I'm gonna wear to the awards, okay? That would have been me. But she said what she said, and it led to some little beef. But then, you know, come today, you know, Taylor didn't apologize. Oh, you know, I thought I was being called out, but I wasn't. So I spoke wrong. Wompity womp, 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 womp. Okay, she apologized. Her and Nicki good now, whatever. But rewind real quick. I found it funny. I don't know if Taylor was being shady or not because I don't know her as a person. But I found it odd that she had the nerve to say, you can come on stage with me. Didn't you learn? Like, why would you even play with that? I wouldn't play with that. Not after Kanye embarrassed me. Gonna hop on stage. So I just found it funny. Like, oh, okay. All right, Taylor, you bad. Now, okay, she can come on stage with you. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, that was all funny or whatever. Petty as hell. Just petty. Petty. I guess they ain't got nothing else to do, you know. I guess it was a down moment for them or whatever. So then, let's go to this Meek Mill and Drake stuff. So, Meek Mill get mad or whatever because Drake isn't supporting his album or whatever. And he says that Drake doesn't write his music. So, I don't care. Shoot, how we know anybody writing their own music? We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I like Drake. I like Meek Mill. He alright. Or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It's not going to make me like him any less. I mean, from what I thought, Drake be writing other people's stuff too. I mean, you know, it's about the presentation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a person to bring those words to life. So if Drake didn't write whatever, or if he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knocked it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a good song. I know I like it because I guess they were saying started from the bottom. He didn't write. Okay, I mean, I can see that. I can see it because, I mean, it don't look like he started from the bottom of nowhere. Like, when I first seen him, he was a little boy in a wheelchair or whatever on that TV show on MTV, I think. So, yeah, maybe he didn't. But that was still my jam. I was still singing it, rolling and riding. Hey, started from the bottom, now I'm here. Hey. Don't act like y'all wasn't doing the same thing, okay? So I just thought that it was petty. And if you rewind, he did the same stuff with Wale. You know what I'm saying? Now, I kind of felt it, I guess, you know, because they all MMG, Maybach Music Group, MMG or whatever. So, okay, you know, they part of the same team, so he expect for Wale to support him or whatever. But at the end of the day, don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody have to support your music. Don't nobody have to tweet about your album coming out. They don't have to do that. They don't have to do it. So, I mean, you can't be mad, Meek Mill. And so I guess, also, by the time I woke up today, Meek Mill called himself apologizing. But really, you know what? I don't know really if it was an apology, because I guess he apologized to Nicki for dissing Drake at her concert last night or something. I don't know. But Meek Mill just all up in his little feelings. He needs to get on over it. You know what I'm saying? You know, nobody owes you anything. Don't nobody got to promote your stuff. Don't nobody got to tweet about it or none of that. Who knows what Drake was doing? Maybe he was in the studio, you know, doing his own thing. Maybe he preparing for his own album. Did you ever think about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it was all funny to me. Whatever. Petty, just a bunch of pettiness. They petty like all the rest of us. We petty, us regular people, you know what I'm saying? And these celebrities just as petty. Yeah, so I don't know. But like I said, I would appreciate it if you guys support me. Thumbs up if you like it. Give me some pointers. You know, I can take, you know, constructive criticism. Yeah, I mean, what I'll probably do next, because I'm not going to just, you know, wear y'all out with my videos, but I'm going to try to come like a couple times during, the, like maybe, you know, the beginning of the week, love hip hop, all that stuff, try to do a video like at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the week. I don't know, we'll see. But if you guys support me, I would really appreciate it. Thanks for your time. All right, and be blessed. All right, bye.